get asked a lot of questions about ozonics, and obviously I've been using them for years, since the conception of them. This morning is a perfect example of when this ozonics will absolutely save your hunt. We're all hoping for that crisp, clear morning where there's barely any wind. Well, the weather says that the wind's supposed to be out of the south. But as you all know, when there's no wind and you're under high pressure, it just goes everywhere. Right now, it's out of the northwest, but it's barely moving. And a minute ago, it was straight out of the east, barely moving. And that is when this ozonics, I mean, obviously, if you've got the wind, a steady breeze out of, say, the south, you point the ozonics behind you to the north, and it will help cover you that way. Obviously, if many of you don't know, the way ozonics works is it rains down basically an ozone layer over you, which is heavier than the scent molecules. What it does is it attaches itself to the scent molecules, and I don't know the scientifics around it, but all I can tell you is that it splits the molecule and it changes the scent structure. And deer don't recognize it as danger, and it's crazy the way it works, but it works. But you get a morning like this where the wind is really, really swirly and just barely moving, and this thing is worth its weight in gold. So, I know they're kind of expensive, but when you go to all the trouble you do with food plots and stands and your bow and your arrows and your broadheads and your setup, you need that little extra edge. And believe me, we've had it many times. It's saved my hunts. And quite honestly, it might save my hunt this morning too. At some point when the sun gets high enough, the wind will get constant. But for right now, it's just everywhere. So anyway, that's why I use the ozonics. I've had so much luck with it.